Welcome to Luray Caverns. Today we're going to take the tour of the caverns, and we're also going to check out a few of the other things that they have to see here. They have a toy museum and an antique car museum and a couple of other things. They've got a rope adventure park and a garden maze that we're not going to do today because those are additional cost items and they're not really things that we're super interested in. But they are here if you're doing a family day here. This is a really big area, lots to do. So let's go check out a few of the things and see what Luray Caverns has to offer.
And you'll notice it's a huge parking lot, so I'm venturing a guess during the busy season, you're not alone here. It does look like you could probably get in here if you're RV. I'm not sure if they're against that or not, but and then there's a Heritage Village Museum across the road. There's all sorts of cool things.
And if you do choose to come here with your RV, it is worth a note that coming from I-81, it is a steep uphill grade, a steep downhill grade, and very twisting and winding. So if you're not comfortable with that, you probably want to unhook at one of the local campgrounds, go ahead and leave the RV there and take your car.
And then on the way back, we may stop at a zoo and also at Cooter's Museum. So that'll be another video. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna shut you off. We're gonna head inside and see what we can find out.
Ta-da! And this one actually does it on both sides. So the back says, "The beautiful caverns of Luray, Virginia." Alright, so we've gotten our tickets and we're headed down towards the cavern entrance now. As you can see, this is certainly set up for a lot more people than are here today, but that's exciting for us. That means that we can take our time going through the caverns. My understanding is this is a self-guided cavern tour, so you go at your own pace, but should be pretty empty in there today, which is going to be kind of fun.
And we may go check that thing out later today.
We saw a thing inside the gift shop that says that's called the Singing Tower. So I don't know if there's some sort of a musical thing that goes on in there or if it's just acoustically well designed for singing. But we'll maybe find that out and let you know. Either way, even if we don't go down to it, we'll try and put a note in the video that says what it is if we don't go see it.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and we'll bring you guys back if the lighting is such that videoing makes sense. If not, we'll take a bunch of pictures, put them in the end of the video.
Me in the frame. So here we're looking at an example of Stalag Tights coming down from the ceiling. You can remember that because they look like the feet of a set of tights dangling, and stalagmites coming up from the bottom of the cavern. You can remember that by the fact that they are becoming more mighty as they grow. As the water drips from the cavern, it takes about 125 years for a stalactite or a stalagmite to grow just 1 inch. Once they have grown enough that they form together, then they're called a column. And there'll be some beautiful examples of columns that we'll show you throughout this cave tour. If you look at this one right here, you can see that it's getting pretty close to being a column. But even if it's an active growth, which it looks like this one may not be, it'll probably take it another 150 to 200 years to actually form together and become a column.
So we're just going to leave you guys recording for a little bit of this so you can see what we're seeing.
So far this is a really beautiful cavern, but it is a little sad to see This one's definitely much less preserved than many of the other caverns that we've gone to, and because they leave the lights on constantly, there's a lot of vegetation and greenery that's growing within the cave, which does actually damage the cave ecosystem. You can see in this area of the cave there's a lot of active growth with the water dripping and the minerals depositing to make more formations. It's actually illegal in the state of Virginia to touch any of the cave formations, and that's because the oils that are on your fingers leave a residue on the minerals in the cave that cause them to no longer continue to deposit and grow.
There's a bit of an underground lake right here.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. I don't know how well it shows up on camera.
This is one of the more famous rooms in this cavern. I believe it's called Mirror Pond. Because everything is perfectly reflected from the top of the cave down into the water. There are two ways that these caves can be formed. One is from rivers washing through and creating the erosion inside the hillside to make the cave. The other is through earthquakes. This cave was formed through the river erosion. At the Shenandoah Caverns that we showed you earlier in our trip, it's actually a dual formation cave, and it was a combination of earthquake and river formation.
So we're out of the cavern, cave, whatever you want to call it, and we got a bunch of pictures, so definitely stay past this and we'll put all the pictures at the end like we have been doing on our other videos of these things we see. So I think that's going to wrap this video up. We're probably going to go up on the hill and check out the museums, and we'll probably bring you along for that as well, but that'll be a different video. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.